Algar Productions.
This is the Post-Atomic Horror, the most comprehensive Star Trek podcast ever produced. Your hosts are Ron Algar Watt and Maggie Robotham. Episode 522, The Elysian Kingdom.
Hi, friends. Welcome to the Post-Atomic Horror. I'm Al.
I'm Maggie.
And we were just talking before the show. We're almost through season 1 already.
Yeah, somehow we're almost through season 1.
Well, it's because they make seasons like a blip now. They're just like,
yeah,
it's the tiniest, like, here's 10 episodes, and then you wait 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And this is 8 of 10 already. And we were talking about, I won't spoil it for those of you who haven't seen yet, but there's some major things happen, we know, by the end of this season. I was like, really, already?
Yeah, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we're almost done here.
We're going to have a big change to the status quo, and, like, we barely got used to this version of it, and they're going to switch it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, but I like this thing. But
my status quo, you've statused it.
Mm-hmm. You
quote it?
Sunk my battleship.
You son of a bitch.
This one, I think I can speak for both of us in saying we both should have kind of hated this one, and
we
did not.
No, we'll get into it.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about the Elysian
please tell me about the
Kingdom.
Elysian Kingdom.
Not if you say it like that.
The Elysian Kingdom. The tertiary.
Oh, God. It's the Carnage curse. All right, here we go. Dr. Mbenga releases his daughter, I want to get this right, Rukia, from transporter prison to read her more of that bedtime story, The Kingdom of Elysian, which we can now see was written by Benny Russell. You know, the sci-fi author that Sisko imagined himself as in Far Beyond the Stars. On the one hand, I'm always happy to see a good DS9 reference in modern Trek, and it's particularly great that one of Benny's books is in the hands of a black man reading it to his daughter. On the other hand, the fact that Benny Russell is an actual real person in Trek canon is making my head hurt. Anyway, then the Enterprise hits a pothole inside a nebula, which causes the book to spill all over the ship and turn everyone into characters from it. This is not exactly what happens, but the real explanation is every bit as stupid. We'll come back to that when I get to my bad thing. So now Mbenga is wearing a king hat, which is what you call it. Ortegas is no longer a sexy navigator, but now a sexy knight of the realm. Pike is a cowardly little fop. Chapel is some kind of apothecary. La'an is a princess with a purse dog. Uhura is an evil queen. Everyone's characters and costumes are goddamned stunning. Well, almost everyone's. Then we run into Spock, who somehow drew the short straw and ends up looking like a Xena character. Derogatory. Seriously, he's the walking embodiment of all the 90s UPN shows I didn't want to cover during that year when we reviewed other shows. But hey, here's Una, and she's a badass archer, a bow and arrow operator, not the war criminal, who is romantically involved with Ortegas. So that's all pretty cool. Eventually, we run into Hemmer down in engineering and discover that he's the only one unaffected by all this because of his psychic powers. Turns out some alien mega-consciousness is responsible for all this because it made friends with Rukia and wants to entertain her, which would make a lot more sense if Rukia was taking an active role in any of this and wasn't just waiting quietly in Mbenga's quarters for the final act. This alien cured my horrible disease, she says. I call her Deborah. What a stupid name for an alien, I shouted at my television. Then Mbenga informed me that she's named for Rukia's dead mother, so now I feel kind of shitty about that. Sorry, fictional character. I guess I hurt your fictional feelings. Deborah can only keep Rukia alive if she comes to play in the space cloud with her for all eternity. Otherwise, if she stays on the Enterprise, she'll drop dead like next week. It's an absolutely heartbreaking choice to have to make, but Mbenga decides to let her go. And then she immediately comes back as a grown woman because time works differently, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, though, I'm glad we got to confirm that she had a happy life in that space cloud because this was threatening to become the sacrifice a child to solve your problems show. Once is an accident, Joseph, twice is a pattern.
I love the idea of that just continuing to be how they solve problems on this shit. God, how are we going to get these two idiots back to their own time? I guess we'll have to set fire to a child.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't the Enterprise D. We don't really have children on board, but I guess we'll have to keep a couple around just to get out of scrapes.
Dr. Mbenga, can you crack open a case of children for me? Yeah, sure. They come in 2-packs.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm sure we'll run into something next week, so it's fine.
Uh-huh.
That's what we got a transporter buffer for. What I think the most about this is it's whimsical until it isn't. Like,
yes,
you and I both have said, like, we have a bit of a problem as the show progresses with them getting a little too, like, it's all whimsy all the time.
Yeah, there's too much whimsy in this, and, like, I like a certain degree of whimsy, and it is not all whimsy.
No, this one was, and then there's that whammy of a final act where he's like, oh, I can save your life, but I never get to see you again? Or I could bring you back and you could die, like, immediately, or we could keep things the way they are and everyone would be doing this against their will. So every choice here is bad.
Like, all of these are pretty fucking terrible.
Which is a great sort of Star Trek moral quandary to be in. And it's also a great capper on this. Like, it justifies all the whimsy without undercutting it, but it also gives it a little pathos. So it's not just like, here's an hour of wackiness, which, again, I don't mind here and there, but this one threaded the needle, so you got a little of both, and I thought that was perfect.
Well, that's the absolute best for, like, if you can do a goofy episode that also is poignant, like, that rules.
Or it doesn't even have to be poignant necessarily, but it should matter in some way. It should, like, Cupid was sort of like, is Picard romantically involved with Vosh or isn't he? Like, there was something involved with the character there, so it wasn't just, let's run around in Q's playground for an hour. There was a little bit going on there. And this was much more of that, you know?
Yes. I really like, there's the bit at the end when he's talking to his daughter and she's like, did you have fun? And he's like, I did. And you feel like even with everything going on, he kind of did.
You could see him, like, the thing, I've brought this up a lot. The thing that bothers me as sci-fi and fantasy and all that stuff continues to be made is characters disbelieving what's happening to them for half the story. Like, that's so boring to watch, and we've all grown up immersed in this stuff that it doesn't make sense. Like, it takes him 30 seconds to say, oh, I'm in my daughter's story. And sometimes it's like he needs to get to the next thing, and he's getting a little irritated, and you can see him holding back his eye rolls and stuff. But for the most part, you see him cracking a smile for maybe the first time since we met him. And he's like, oh, you're this character. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. And
like, Una shows up late and he's just, I was wondering when this one would come along.
And he has the moment where he's like, you two don't meet in the story, but my daughter always said she wished that they did. Like, it's kind of a mystery for him, but at the same time, he never really feels like he's in serious danger, and it's just, you know, he's having a good time.
Meanwhile, Rukia really wants to start an AO3 account so she can ship these two.
I am so impressed because they straight up say, I know her intimately. Like, like, they do the bickering lovers thing, and they're not just hinting at it, they say it, which is great.
Oh, you're doing this now? Great.
Now, is Ortega's character supposed to be a dude? I don't care at all, but they do call her Sir whatever.
They do, and I try to figure that out, and, like, I don't think there's really an answer.
Is that a generic title? Because Amanda said there's some fantasy, like, particularly made more recently, where the gender stuff is a little less rigid, where it's just like every knight is called Sir, even if it's a woman or non-binary or whatever.
I've definitely seen stuff where Sir is just like...
It's a title. It's not a gender thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it could be that, or it could be because you know, Ortegas reads as a bit NB in the best possible way, and, like, maybe, who knows? But either way, like, no matter how you slice it, it's a bit queer, so it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what it is.
A bit queer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no matter what. Like, it could be, it runs the range of a bit queer to very queer, but there's no interpretation where it's entirely straight, is what I'm saying.
Yes. Well, these are clearly the straightest relationship ever.
Yeah. And it's very much like, I never watched the show, but I know of it from memes and from from my friend Mark being so into it. Xena. Like, I got real Xena vibes from these two.
You get that when one of the characters is a full foot higher than the other one.
Well, yes. And just about every episode, I have a moment where Rebecca Romaine as Una enters the screen, and I'm like, she's beautiful. This supermodel is a beautiful person. Why? What a weird thing to think.
Weird.
Yeah. Literal supermodel. So what was your good thing?
What was my good thing? Let's see. So You mentioned this at the beginning of the episode, but like this is the exact kind of thing that would be really easy for me to dislike. Fantasy bullshit. Most of the crew is playing someone else. A third thing. Like, and Trek's done these before, and they can be really good or they can be really bad. Like one of the best episodes of TNG is about Picard being a character who is not Captain Picard. So like, it's doable.
Well,
but
also,
like,
real quick, let me mention, I wouldn't have spotted this, but Memory Alpha pointed out, this is 2 different Next Gen episodes that both kind of sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Imaginary Friend, where a non-corporeal life form caused the little girl's fantasies to come true, and Masks, where Data took on the personalities of mythological figures and transformed the Enterprise. Like, yeah, and both those episodes sucked, so there's 2 examples to support what you're saying right there.
2 stupid episodes. This
Yep.
was great, though.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's clearly having a blast being a fantasy weirdo.
Oh my god, yeah.
Fucking Pike being a cowardly fop, delightful. Ortega's being a grumbly sword lesbian, amazing. And La'an being a pretty princess with a floofy dog, more of that every week, please. Just that's that character now.
Well, that's my good thing, is like, as much as I complain about her, and it is every week, like,
yes,
this was the episode where, and I think I mentioned this before, where I realized what I hate is the character on paper, not Christina Chong, her performer. She chews the scenery with the best of them, and she is a goddamn delight.
Also, I just want to throw this. I read this on Memory Alpha. That's her actual dog.
That is okay. So I have the entry up because I wanted to get this right. The dog's name in the story is Runa. In real life, it's named Runa Ewok. And the best part is the dog, the dog character and the dog actor both have Memory Alpha entries.
It's amazing. What a time to be alive.
Also, it says some of Chapel's jewelry in the episode, particularly her rings, were created by her performer, Jess Bush.
That's so cool.
So it's like, yeah, I have a, not an Etsy shop, probably like the famous person better version of that, but
I mean, listen, if she has an Etsy shop, I have an order for her.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, like regular people have Etsy shops, but she's like a beautiful TV star. She probably has the good Etsy shop.
There's a Aquid strip I'm a big fan of where the rich cat character is on eBay and just types in what's the best thing you've got, and it goes, you've shown yourself to be a higher quality of human. Here's the good famous people version of eBay.
Yeah, see, exactly.
And it's the same thing.
Exactly. But yeah, this is the episode where I realized, like, oh yeah, no, my problem is the character. She's great.
Yes, and
she sings a little, like she's like, if this happens, I can sing the song of my people. And like, okay, good. And then she does it. And I was like,
yep,
you don't have to sing that. I think she's just showing off her singing voice.
My itsy bitsy puppy wuppy. Who is like constantly just licking her neck.
Well, again, that's her real life dog.
Yep.
That's not a dog performer who has been trained to perform. That is just, I'm going to work with mom.
Yep. I want to pet that dog. That dog's got some good fluff on him.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your bad thing?
So again, this is real petty because I fucking love this one. Mbenga forgets that Pike is going to betray him, like in the book, and like, dude, if you're gonna get transported into a book, you need to remember everything that you know about these characters. Like, when that guy shows up, you need to point at him and go, that guy's gonna betray me later. You can't just forget about it. Like, this is why I would do so well if I were Gwenpooled into the Marvel Universe. I know what everyone's gonna be up to.
You know what their thought bubbles say.
Exactly.
I gotta give, like, we haven't really talked about this much yet, but I gotta give Hemmer incredible amounts of credit. Because as the only other person who is aware that this is going on, I thought, okay, the dynamic's going to be, Mbenga's read this to his daughter. He kind of likes it, so he's into it. And Hemmer's just going to complain the whole time and not play along. But that's not how it goes. Like, his personality lends himself to being that guy, but he's not. He's into it.
He is so excited to be a wizard, and I think that's amazing.
Yep. He's like, what a earth, like, what's a traditional thing to say if you're a wizard? Abracadabra. Right, got it. Abracadabra. Oh, it's so cute. And he's like, I will make you disappear to the event horizon. And then he activates the transporter and they all beam away. Like, magic.
I love Ortega's character is just like, where the fuck did they go? Like, she does a great, like, looking around where they used to be thing.
They all do really good reacting to Star Trek technology. Like, every time, because Mbenga's first thing is like, okay, they've all been, like, something has happened to their bodies or their minds or whatever, so I need to scan them. Unfortunately, the ship has changed, but the computer still works and he's still got tricorders and all that stuff. So he's scanning them all with tricorders, and each one of them, the way they react to the little wand from the tricorder, like they all flinch and pull back and look down at it like it's a fucking flaming dog turd or something. Like, what is that thing? And it's just, oh, it's so good.
I love Chapel leaning over when he's scanning Khan and just being like, what are her dopamine levels?
So they've all got elevated dopamine, and for those of you who don't know, like, I've talked about being ADHD a lot. ADHD is effectively like we have trouble making enough dopamine. So it's like, give me some of that. You got too much? Give me.
Yep.
Do I gotta?
Do you guys have an excess of dopamine? I know a couple places that could go to.
Yep. Left arm vein and right arm vein.
Yeah. We got any serotonin kicking around over there? I'd take some of that too.
So my bad thing is
the ship's got so much estrogen on it. Excuse me.
Well, yeah, it sure does. Ship of the Valkyries.
The bridge alone, like, Jesus Christ.
I know. So my bad thing. I alluded to this in my summary. They explain the Deborah consciousness as being a spontaneously generated consciousness in a nebula. Just like, I don't know, a brain happened. Like, that's when they would run into parallel worlds on the original series, they'd just be like, yeah, I don't know, this planet grew exactly the same as Earth and speaks the same language and wears the same clothes, and also they're the same species. It's just an astounding coincidence. Like, so a nebula just formed into a childlike alien that has this power to help. Like, really?
Yeah.
I don't care about the technobabble, but that really showed a lack of spending 5 minutes to come up with something a little more plausible.
Why is it like this? I don't know.
Because it just grew. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a brain happened.
What? Sometimes brains just grow in space, okay?
I mean, that's true in Star Trek, but you could flower it up a little bit.
You want to put a little zhuzh on it or something?
Yeah. Nah. Okay.
I don't know. Part of what I like about this episode, too, like, that's so original series that I'm kind of down for it as well. I don't know, Captain. We stumbled upon a space brain.
I think
sometimes you stumble upon a space brain.
I think what I would have liked better is not explaining it at all.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. It's not that I wanted them to really think it out. It's just what they said sounded a little dumb. If they just said, I don't know, there's weird shit out here and this is what we encountered this week. But they specifically said spontaneously generated consciousness, and that was like, no, come on. It's just an alien in a nebula. That's fine. Who cares?
My only thing with that is that if, like, you find a godlike being in a nebula and you don't tell us what it is, everyone in the fandom is going to be like, well, it's a Q, obviously. That's a Q.
Yeah.
And I like Space Brain better than I like here's the thing that we've seen before.
Well, the thing is, Star Trek in general is real quick to say something is a god. Like, because it doesn't have a physical body, it's a god. No, that's just a type of life. At this point, there's like 20 examples of that. That's not a god.
Not a big deal. We met Apollo one time, whatever.
Also, the Q are not gods. They just say that they are. Like, you gonna believe Q? Like, come on.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, of course not.
Mbenga points at him. That guy's gonna betray me later.
Oh shit! I forgot that. Damn it!
Oh, son of a
Hammer! I told you to remind me. No, what? This is on me. This is not your fault, Hammer. It's on me.
Yeah. I know I should have written it down. You didn't have to write it down. It's in a book.
Also, you got people following you around being toadies to you. They would write it down for you.
Yeah, man. Captain Pike would love to be able to write something down so that he can do something without being a coward.
That's such a everybody's playing against type, but like Pike not being the bold heroic type for once, like, so good.
It's so much fun. Like, he's just such a goof.
Yep. And he's got good comedic chops, which we see when he's being charming, but this is a different kind of funny for him.
Well, that's like you never get to see, and like the archetype he's playing is so obvious after 2 seconds that he's like the cowardly fucking kiss ass.
Yeah. And, 50 years ago in a movie that he would be gay coded in the worst possible way.
Mm-hmm.
Just like very, very effeminate and cowardly. But like, we know better now, but like.
Yes.
But you know the type of character I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then we haven't really talked about Uhura in her fucking queen outfit.
Oh my God.
Just like, Jesus Christ, you were hot
there are so many gorgeous fucking dresses in this episode.
All the costumes except Spock's.
Uh-huh.
Spock's was really like, I don't know, grow his hair out and put him in black. Who cares? Whatever.
Spock, I was like, that guy looks real familiar. And when you said he was basically a Xena character, I'm like, yep, that's why he's familiar. Yep, thank you.
But so were Ortegas and Una, and they were great. But he was, like I said, Xena derogatory. Like, there's two sides to that coin.
Great hair on him, though. I love that look for him.
Ugh. Disagree. I didn't like it on Nimoy when he was going for his Kolinar either. It's the same long-haired look.
I didn't like it on Nimoy when he was going for his colonoscopy.
Yes. Well, it's when he was showing off his new Magnavox television.
Magnavox television. It is a good television.
I guess. I don't know. I need some money.
It would be logical to buy such a television.
I'm not Spock. But yeah,
wait, am I Spock? Hang on, let me check.
Where on the Spock timeline am I? I'm not Spock.
I too wrote this down somewhere.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I want to get back to Uhura's. Just like,
yes,
I try not to be this like as. I know we don't say horny on main anymore. What's the better word? Just like, what's the better expression for it? But like, look. The fact is, she had her tits out and it was hot. I don't know how else to say that.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I'm trying to say it respectfully, but Jesus, like, just.
Mm-hmm. Just
I needed
so many amazing bits of business too.
Yeah. No, and she was camping it way the fuck.
Oh yeah.
She got to play the evil queen, which like normally she plays the sort of like shy cadet who gets it together enough to speak up, but is still pretty reserved. And like here, she just gets, I will destroy you, King whoever. Guards.
Bring me his head.
Seize him.
Yep.
And like I mentioned in my summary, the fact that this is a Benny Russell book being read by a black dude and the king and the queen are both black, I think is significant. Like, I think that's like a deliberate, like in the story as well. I think,
yes,
because Benny struggled to write like narratives with black characters in the center, and like his editors wouldn't let him do it. So the fact that these books did get printed and they are still enjoyed 200 years later, like I think is a nice sort of subtle thing. And like I meant to look this up and I didn't, and I don't want to sound like a dummy, but I feel like at least Mbenga's costume felt a bit more Afrocentric and less like your traditional like European king, and more like influenced by other cultures that you know what I'm saying?
That feels right to me, yeah.
Like it felt like that same vibe you got out of Black Panther, where they were trying to not just build everything on the same Western influences they always did, but like to go, and again, I could be wrong with that, but I think that's what they were going for. So just,
I mean, I like if that's how you felt, that's also how I felt. So like,
and look. We're white.
As two of the whitest people in the universe.
We're white. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I just it seems like they were trying to do a thing, and it seems like they succeeded. Maybe we're wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I see what I think they were trying to do, and I got something out of it, I want to say. Like that's the point. Just the whole sort of thread of Benny Russell and blackness in fiction and all that. I feel like that was intentional, and I feel like they did a good job with it. Also, I love, in this day and age where you could just CG any fucking thing you write in a script, the choice to just throw some blankets over the ship and some potted plants. Like, normally I'd be like, ugh, this is cheap and stupid. But it gave it such an original series vibe.
It really did. I love that. So when they're going down the halls, that's like supposed to be the forest, and it's literally just Like you said, fucking they moved over the potted plants for the dentist's office.
Yeah, but in this case, it's intentional. It's like it's trying to evoke that cheap 60s look, and it actually works.
Yep. Well, it also has very much a let's put on a play thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's very like let's do Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm. But again, like I mentioned in my summary, it's weird to me that Mbenga's daughter is not involved in the narrative at all.
That is very strange. Like, obviously what they're trying to do is, like, it's supposed to be, you're supposed to think for the first half that, like, whatever's happening came from his brain.
Yeah.
And the reveal is that it's actually her.
Right, which I understand, but also, if it is from her, it's weird that she never thought, I want to be in this story myself, you know? Like,
I love the idea of Deborah the alien being like, okay, we're going to make this, like, we're going to play out your fantasies on the ship in real life. Of all the characters in this story, like, who would you like to play? And she's like, I would like to play a rock, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of the book Sylvester and the Magic Pebble, and I would like to be the rock.
What I want is for my dad to be the hero and just to watch. And, like, that's cool, but maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe it's supposed to be sad because she's lonely and she can't, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
She can't really imagine herself with other people. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching there. I don't know.
Well, unless this is just like a distraction for her dad so she can play with Deborah, you know?
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah. I also, because I meant to bring this up earlier when we were talking about it, and I really want to talk about it for a sec. How good it is that we see what happens, like, when she cuts away and then comes back as like a fully grown adult.
Yes.
Like
he goes way out on a limb and sends his daughter off with this alien that he thinks is going to do good. But like you've met this alien 5 minutes ago, and I get that we need to wrap the episode up, but you're being real trusting in someone you just met. And like, it's good that we find out, no, she's okay.
I mean, this is very much listen, if she wasn't literally going to die in a week anyway, like this is, I would clearly not be doing this. I need to do a lot more research on Deborah first, but but having her come back and being like, look, I did it. I had a whole life. I'm going to continue to like.
Yeah, she's like his age when she appears again.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
But it's also very like, and you will never see me again.
She doesn't say that. She says we might meet again, is what she says. I remember I took special notice of that because I was like, oh, is he really going to leave her forever? And she's like, no, I won't see you again.
But like, my childhood is over. Like,
oh, yeah, no, you missed the formative years for sure.
Yeah.
But I still like that we get to know. And also, think of all the other Trek series and just streaming series in general that would have dragged out this daughter story for seasons.
Oh, yeah, which I thought they did, honestly.
I couldn't remember. I forgot that this got completely resolved here. But yeah, like this arc is closed now. Like he's like, now he's dealing with the loneliness of, well, my daughter's happy, but she's gone and I'm alone, basically. I guess I got my work.
Yeah, what the fuck am I supposed to do? My whole thing is dad.
Yeah, obviously my wife, who we now know is named Deborah, is dead, and now my daughter's gone. So great.
Yep.
Great for me. Joseph Mbenga. Oh, and I got a first name in this episode. So
that was nice.
Yeah. So
my wife, Deborah.
But yeah, it is good that we get to see her and know that she's okay.
Yeah,
that was good.
I love that bit so much.
What else?
Great fucking dresses, great dogs.
Not just like yeah, the ladies had good costumes, but like the armor and stuff and I don't know any of the names for this stuff. You know, this isn't my scene, but like the warrior costumes on Ortegas and Una.
Yep.
And like the fop outfit for Pike and the fucking king hat on
that is such a good king hat.
I mean, I saw in your notes, like, he always gets the good hats, and you're right. Between this and the fishing hat, like, there's a company out there doing, I think they're called Nacelle, doing, like, really detailed Trek, like, and some sort of deep-cut Trek character figures. And
yes, yeah.
When if they ever get around to Mbenga, they better have both this crown and the fishing hat.
Oh, yeah. I would spend a stupid amount of money for a good Mbenga action figure with a fishing hat.
Yep, absolutely. And if they ever come out with a Star Trek V camping playset, you just put him at the campsite with Kirk and Spock and Bones. I could sing "Row."
What's going on, Doctor? Well, I'm attempting to roast a marshmallow.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you just let him fall off the cliff?
Yeah,
it's fine.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. I want to do the voice, but I don't want to make fun of his accent. It's a tricky. Yeah. And he says he has such an accent that we don't usually hear, which I really like.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't say this often. His voice is beautiful.
It absolutely is. It definitely.
I just love listening to him talk.
Yeah, same. And fleshing out, I was reading his first name came from the draft of a original series episode that never happened, but in that script from the 60s, they did say his name was Joseph. So they're trying to stay true to even the the apocryphal stuff, which I think is cool.
Oh yeah, and we've seen that before.
Yeah, I know, but I like it.
Yeah,
he's Nigerian. I just read, so I think that's the accent.
Okay,
it's a beautiful accent, and I don't think I've heard it on TV very much. So
yeah,
it's cool to hear. What else?
Let's see.
I think that's about all I have.
Yeah, is that it? That might be it. Oh, fuck. I do want to talk about this. When Dr. Mbenga is doing literal science in his lab, which includes, beakers and test tubes and shit.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It explodes and, fucking... The ship basically puts an artificial, an automatic shield over it, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah, if you're in a chem lab of any kind and you're mixing toxic chemicals, the computer can put a little force field around it, hey, this is bad. Don't let this spread.
Yep.
That's very good.
This is going to explode here.
But that's one of those, using existing Star Trek stuff to make something we hadn't seen before things. And they have force fields. It's good. That's perfect. Yeah. I love it.
Again, one of those things that, this makes sense that it would be a thing they would have.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that sequence where he's got the very typical sort of Erlenmeyer flasks or whatever,
yep.
The real typical mixing chemical. You're doing this for a meme. You're not even doing science. You just want someone to take a still of this and write something about science on the.
Yep, fucking live from Muppet Labs. It's Dr. Mbenga.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, does that make Chapel Beaker?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Well, now I'm just picturing Bunsen Honeydew in the fishing hat.
Uh-huh.
That's a good look.
Now I'm picturing him in the king hat. That's a better look.
That's also a good look.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Beaker. We're going fly fishing.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the fly is an actual Muppet, a sentient Muppet.
Mm-hmm. And Beaker gets eaten by a giant fish and just
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you get it.
Mm-hmm, of course. Huh. All right. Anything else?
I think that might be it.
All right. Well, I got a quote, which there was a lot of nice little quotable stuff in here, but I particularly like this bit, which is just a nice, the back and forth between Ortegas and Pike the whole time being the brave warrior and the coward.
Yep.
There was some good exchanges, and this was my favorite one.
We're going to try diplomacy. If that doesn't work, then you can cut something in half.
Thank you, sire. Starfall is thirsty.
A ridiculous name for a sword.
You're ridiculous.
Just very, very good.
Yep.
All right. Well, I suppose that's all for this time.
Yeah.
Next time, we will be doing something called All Those Who Wander, which I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I don't remember a blessed thing about.
I know the one after that is the season finale, and I do remember which one that is.
Yes.
But I do not know. I'm going to look at... I'm not going to like this one.
Which one is it?
I will read you the one-sentence encapsulation from Memory Alpha.
Uh-huh.
The USS Enterprise crew comes face-to-face with their demons, and scary monsters, too, when their landing party is stranded on a barren planet with a ravenous enemy.
All right. Ugh. Well, maybe the monsters will be good.
Probably not. All right. Well, as ever, the website is postatomichorror.com. If you want to write to us, it is postatomichorror@gmail.com. The Patreon is patreon.com/Algar. For as little as $1, you can get 13 weeks ahead. You get new Nick and Willikins. You get all kinds of stuff.
I'll just put up 2 episodes of Nick and Willikins, so you can listen to those.
Yeah, with more on the way.
Pretty pleased with both of them.
Yeah. And also, when we get to it, it's still going to be a little while, but you will hear us cover Starfleet Academy before like the regular listeners get to hear it.
Yeah.
Which is, if you're into that, that's great. I have heard nothing so far. Like, I've heard the usual haters saying, oh, I hate this because I hate everything. But that's not, But we should be getting to that for the Patreon sometime in, I want to say August or September, looking at the schedule now, depending on when season 4 drops.
Yeah.
But it'll be sometime this year for sure. So, and you'll get to hear that ahead of time if you're on the Patreon. So check that out.
Yeah.
And that's all for this time.
Yeah. See ya, folks.
The Post-Atomic Horror Podcast is a co-production of Maggie Robotham and Ron Algar Watt. Copyright 2026. Please don't sue us. We're just doing this for fun.